Hi, good morning, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yasmin binti AZMARHISYAM, and my student ID is BTE2442, and my lecturer's name is Dr. Muhammad Razali Daud. First, we have to open CW Plus apps, and then we have to enter the password for user and ID, which is admin. And then as we log in, we should see the Cmms interface. So we have to click on the master list. So for department, we should see I have create maintenance and production. So we just have to key in department number and department description. As for failure code, we have a few, and we should key in the failure code and description. And as for category, you also can key in the category code and this category description. And as for suppliers, I have 6 suppliers. This is my example. So this is categorized as both, which is contractor and supplier. And then you can just click on new supplier and fill this form to create a new supplier, and then click save. And then close. And then as for locations, I have created 7 locations, and you can just click on the new location if you want to create a new location, and then save and close. As for employee, as you can see, I have created 7 employees, and you can just click new employee and then you fill this form and then click save. This is my example. Next is assets. I have created 6 assets, and this is my one of my example. As you can see, I have filled in the form and save it. And then you can just click new and then fill this form to create a new assets. And as for safety instruction, as you can see, I have created a safety instruction for every equipment. You can just click safety instruction to create a new one and then save. And then we have done the master list, so we can go to the preventive. First, we have to settle the PM task list. As you can see, I have done my PM list. You can just click on the new PM and then fill this form and then click save. And then this is my example. As you can see, I have filled in one of my, for example, it's air conditioner. And then after that, PM schedule time. As you can see, I have created for each equipment. And then you can just create new one and then fill this form. And then you can just save and then close. And then this is the outcome that you should get. And then this is my my example. So as you can see, the first PM on the set that I have did, and then the second is on after a month. Okay. And then after that, we can close and go to the work orders. At here, you can see I have opened one example to work orders. As you can see, we can create new order and then fill this form, and you can just create the code. And then just key in the problem and then date and so on. You can choose which is breakdown, corrective or preventive, and then on the asset you can choose which type of equipment, and then it will automatically show. Here is employee requester. You can just pick one and then save. And work order also have to key in. And then if you close, you can see that I have created the other one, work order. So next we have to close the work order. First we need to see who is the authorized employee and go to assign, and then we can assign the employee and key in the date and time and so on. As you can and make sure the date is same as required date. After that, we have to assign the contractor. As you can see, I have filled in my I have choose my supplier, and just double click on it and then select, and then you can just save. As for labor, I put the employee who is in charge and put the date and time. Fill this and then save. And then for the direct issues, as you can see, our problem is aircon is leaking, so you can just put on the service part, replace insulation pipe. And the PO number, you can just type any number, and the quantity you can just type in how much pipe you have replaced, and then the price you can just type in and then click save. After that, I have key in the instruction for aircon, and we can go to the work order closing, so we can just close. And then for the assessment, estimation and actual date, we can just key in the date that I have set and the time also. After that, this is and then we can just close and save. We can just close the order. So we didn't. So after that, you can just go to the report and search down the failure type analysis and go for aircon and set in the date. I advise you you can choose earlier than the date, and then choose the breakdown one, and so you can export it to the Excel, and then you can see the graph for aircon. So for MTBF, you can just pick all and key in the date, which is corrective and preventive. So export to the Excel, and then you can see the graph, the report. For MTTR report, you can just export also to the Excel, and you can see the graph also. And then scroll down to work close. close work order list and then key in the date. And then preview, so you can see the close work order list report. That's all from me from CMMS apps. On the first question is, why is there no tab for predictive and breakdown maintenance, but there is preventive maintenance? So, predictive and breakdown maintenance usually do not need a dedicated tab because they are handled through their functions in CMMS. Preventive maintenance is planned and scheduled in advance, so it needs its own module to manage calendars, intervals, and recurring jobs. Breakdown maintenance happens only when a failure occurs, so it is normally recorded through the work order or corrective maintenance system. Predictive maintenance depends on condition monitoring data, such as vibration temperature, hours run, and etc., which is often managed using reports, sensors, or external systems, not as a separate menu. So, the system focuses on preventive maintenance as main feature, while predictive and breakdown maintenance are handled through work orders. For the question number 2, what is the difference between completed work order and closed work order? A completed work order means that the technician has finished the job, but the task is still waiting for the verification or approval. For example, the supervisor may need to check the work or confirm spare part or review the cost. A closed work order means that the job has been fully completed and officially approved. All information such as labor hours, materials, and remarks are final, and no more changes can be made. In simple words, completed means the work has been done, and the closed means that the work has been done and confirmed. What are the possible challenges that may cause CMMS implementation to be less successful? There are several challenges that can affect the success of CMMS system. First, lack of training. If users do not know how to use the system, they will not use it properly. Second, resistance to change. Some workers prefer manual methods and are not comfortable with digital systems. Third, poor data quality. If the data entered is incomplete or incorrect, the report and analysis will not be accurate. Fourth, lack of management support. Without strong support from supervisors, users may stop updating the system. Lastly, technical problems such as low system or poor internet connection can discourage users from using CMMS. All these factors can reduce the effectiveness of the CMMS and prevent the company from getting full benefits. Finally, for the last question is, what improvements are needed to make CMMS more user-friendly and increase productivity? To improve CMMS, several enhancements can be introduced. First, the system should have a simpler and clearer interface so users can navigate easily. Second, providing a mobile access will allow technicians to update their orders directly at the site. Third, the system should offer automatic report generation, especially for MTBF, MTTR, and failure analysis. Fourth, a notification and reminder system can help ensure preventive maintenance is not missed. Fifth, integrating with CMMS with sensors or IoT system can support predictive maintenance. Finally, Adding a training module or user guide inside the system will help new users learn faster. With this improvement, the CMMS will become easier to use, reduce equipment downtime, and increase overall company productivity.